Many people, I'm sure, who are viewing this will remember playing dots and boxes at school. It was, in fact, invented in the Polytechnic in Paris shortly after Napoleon set up the Polytechnic School in Paris. Now it's a university, but at that time it was a sort of glorified high school. And the students played it in the way that I think they've played it ever since, you know, on a paper concealed behind the desk while the teacher isn't looking. I remember playing it as a kid. Maybe you do.
I played it in high school too.
Yeah. And we never thought about the game. At least maybe you did. I certainly didn't. We just sort of more or less made moves at random until very near the end of the game. Well, Berlekamp started playing it at the age of 7, and he made a discovery at the age of 7 anyway. And this discovery enabled him to beat all his school friends, you know. And then every now and then, he's made another discovery. And, 60 years has gone by since he was 7. He's probably 70 now. He's kept on making discoveries about this game. You know, I used to play it with my son Oliver a lot, and also with various colleagues at Cambridge. And you see these two people you'd otherwise describe as grown men over a crumpled piece of paper with a few dots on it and so on, making moves, and so I don't know what to do here, you know. Okay, congratulations, you know. I give up after staring at this board for ages. And it's a really interesting game. And so Berlekamp wrote one of the chapters of our joint book on games about dots and boxes, the dots and boxes game. Then he expanded on that later and published a little book, turned it into a little book on the dots and boxes game, which apparently has been very popular. I don't know whether it gets read by school children or not. I doubt it.
Has the play of dots and boxes been influenced by the theory of games?
It turns out that the dots and boxes game only needs this previous theory of impartial games by Grundy and Sprague.
Because it's an impartial game. Both players have the same options.
It is an impartial game, but it doesn't quite fit the theory, but the theory is tremendously useful. Berlekamp can set up a position on perhaps an 8x10 board or something, so that there are 80 squares to be, fought over. And he can say, if, the first player makes this move here, this particular move, then he keeps on moving correctly after that, then he should win by, say, 43 boxes to 37 or something. But if he makes any other move, the opponent will win by at least 63 to 17 or whatever it is. It's rather amazing that one can discuss these things so precisely. That's a thing I like, by the way. This is a children's game. Nobody has ever really treated it as worthy of study, And if you do treat it as worthy of study, it becomes worthy of study. You can play at a much higher level. We were attending some conference on computation and algebra or something. Berlekamp challenged me
to a game of dots and boxes.
A game of dots and boxes. Well, actually, it was bigger than this. So what you do is you join two dots, either horizontally or vertically, that are adjacent, and then the other player joins. I'll play both of them for the moment, and then, okay, so we alternate, and then perhaps one of us will draw the third edge of a box. It's not usually such a good idea to do that, because the rule says that the other player, when he completes a box, so I'm pretending it's me who's completing this box.
You put a J.
I put a J, which is my initial, and then I have another go. That have another go thing is very important. I might not want another go, but I have to have another go whether I want it or not. And then whoever gets the most boxes wins. And my co-author, Elwyn Berlekamp, challenged me to several games of it, in fact. And we played on this board of 16 boxes, 4x4 in boxes. And, he won every time, damn it. And he usually won by, say, 12 boxes to 4. Or, if he was a bit better, it would be 13 boxes to 3, or if I was a bit better, 11 boxes to 5. But, I never came near 8 to drawing this game. And then he confessed, what he was doing, and we decided to write a book on games.